Welcome back to the channel, guys, and to another video. This is the third video of the series. There are plenty more to come on my budget build Ford Escort panel van Resto mod. Enjoy the video. Okay guys, so we're back on the door. In the last video you saw me doing all these things here. In this video I want to tackle this side here, and I'm not sure in this video if I'll be like really finishing the whole door off like this. I want to grind off to neaten up here on the inside, although like I said nobody will be seeing this, but I'm going to grind it off to neaten the side up here. And I'll be tackling all the little rust. There's not much on top there, really. There's not much there, but this area I want to tackle. This area is totally messed. So what I think I will do is I'll cut this whole section out here. This whole ugly patch I'll cut out. Then I'll try to dress these things up to the profile that they should be. I'm going to look at the other door that's on the car and then remold this whole section. Let's go to the other door. Okay, so this is me by the other door. We have done some work on already. This corner is all done. So this door is actually as close as what the original door is. And if you look at the bottom here, you can see that lip is actually relatively small there. It's not massive. It's relatively small. Everything is actually smallish. So I'm going to try to replicate this. Same here. See, everything is small. This is like 15 mil here. I'm going to try to make a template of this and duplicate it on the other door. So back to this door, because you can see here, this is about 30 millimeter, whereas on that door it's like 15 to 20 millimeters. So this is way too thick. This profile is also way out. I mean, this side here, I can recall I just put this patch on here because I needed this car going, and this time I'm going to try to rectify. So I'm going to make this profile like it should be here. I'm going to make a template, and then yeah, let's see what we're going to do. Right, so the steel I'll be using would be the sheet metal here. I'll be forming all of this here. I'll probably do it in stages. Like I'll probably do this corner, then I'll weld it onto the rest. I won't be able to do the whole thing. I don't have any of those fancy bodywork machines, the rollers and the crimpers and things like that. This I'm going to do all manually. So let's take this section off first. Alright, so that's all that cut. Let's just get this off. Look in somewhere. On the inside there, let me just cut that there quickly. Alright, that's cut through. Let's just lift this up. Alright, that exposes that. So here you can actually see how bad this thing was corroded prior to this rough patch that I put on years back. This thing was quite far gone. Anyway, So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this door back onto the car just to see if this actually was the cause of the door being a little bit away from the body. And then I'll make up the template to try to recreate this section here. Okay, back at the back of the vehicle, so the door's back on. Like I said, this hinge isn't on here because of the holes that's not drilled, so it's not exactly in its correct position. But if I just look at the door, this one here is nice and flush. If I just look at the door, here's this nasty gap here. So I think this door is maybe slightly twisted. I'm going to try to untwist it to get it to fall nice and flush and to close this gap up here before I even start at the bottom. Okay, so after close inspection, I saw also something that's pushing this door away, and it's here on the inside. You can see here that the handle is touching the door there. You can see that's touching the door there. So I'm actually going to take this section off and then close the door again. Okay, so as you can see there, I took the handle off, and if I come to the outside, then she actually falls quite flush. She actually goes past, so it looks like that handle was actually pushing it out, because if I hold it with my hand level now, then everything seems much better. So I think that handle was the cause of this door being pushed out. I think everything's quite fine here. But once everything is done here and the handle's on in its position that it must be, and when I body filler, that's when I actually line these things up 100%. But for now, I'm quite happy with this fitment here, as that gap is gone. That was there early on. Okay, let's get on at the bottom. Okay guys, so I took the other door off as well. It will just be better for me to make comparison work. As you can see here, this is about 20 mil thick here, which is what this must be here, whereas the one that was on there was much higher. This is almost 30 to 40 millimeter here, so this was totally incorrect, but it served the purpose at the time. So I'm going to try to replicate this here. You can see this is the work that I've done to this door a couple of years ago. I'm gonna just finish this off here to the wells finish there, and this side here I'll put some pics in now. And this profile here is what I'm going to try to replicate over here. And actually, sorry, this profile here, ignore this because that side doesn't have that. This profile here is what I must try to replicate on this side here. And this already I can see this is way too high here, so I'll have to chop this down and rectify this whole section here. And this profile here, I must replicate this side. Okay, let's crack on. Alright, to start off, I'm gonna try to fabricate this corner here. I'm not gonna do it all in one. I'm just gonna fabricate this corner to go on that side there. Okay, got my paper, so I want to make out the template and see what comes out of it. Okay, so I got my little template here. As you saw, I made it to that, and then I inverted it to that because it must be opposite. It's not 100%, guys. I mean, this is this is far from 100%, but it just gives me an idea of how it must be. So then that template must actually go this side here. Must be on this side here, like that. That section will be down there, and this will be there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out a piece of steel and just start replicating this, and then I'm play around with it as we go along. Okay, so this is how I toyed around. This is basically how I make my shapes. I heat the metal and shape the metal. This is gonna go something like that. It's not 100% perfect, obviously, guys. This is gonna be a trial and error fitment all the time. I'll carry on with this off camera in the meanwhile, and when I'm done, I'll show you guys the end result. Okay, so this is how that came out, guys. This was part of the original one that I made, but I cut this section off here because there wasn't a good fit here, so I made it in two pieces. This was the original piece, of which I cut that section off, and then I made that piece to fit in there, and then this piece will fit here. It will fit something like that. So basically then I'll have that type of profile there. I'll start tacking this together here just to make it one unit. I'll give it a few tacks now quickly, and then yeah, see what it looks like. Okay, so I gave this just a slight tack here just to hold this together. So I'm going to take the torch now, the gas, and I'm going to heat this up just to make the metal more workable, and it's not so hard. Then I'm going to knock this all into position here. Okay, so with me heating that up now, I managed to get that a little bit closer there. So I'm just actually going to tack that 45 there. Then I'll heat this up and I'll tack and heat and tack and heat, and I'll show you the end result. Okay guys, ladies and gentlemen, the audience as such, this is how this corner came out. I don't think it came out too bad considering that I made it from nothing. Obviously she must just get joined there. I'll get that to join a little bit neater there. That's when I weld everything on. So I'll call this side complete. Next side would be that side and this whole section here. Alright, let's crack on. Okay, I'm ending this video here, guys. Hope you're enjoying it thus far. Hope you're enjoying my unorthodox methods that I use in manufacturing my panels. As I've stated before, here in South Africa we do not have the luxury of going to buy panels. We have no classic Ford panels here available in South Africa. There aren't even cars in the scrapyards for spares. Maybe they are, but I'm not finding them. So this is how I do it here, guys. So don't forget, if you want to follow the series, hit the notification bell, subscribe, like and comment. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers for now. Situations getting worse.